Hello and welcome back to Sims of Amy. I'm Amy and this is The Sims 4. So this is part 3 of my ACOTAR Townhouse Build. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, I'll link them down below. So before we get into part 3, I did go ahead and add some bits and pieces around the outside of the houses to make it look a bit more alive. And yep, Elaine's got a lovely garden around hers, lots of plants. Yeah, just adding a lot of stuff for the garden area and just some benches and whatnot on the outside to make it look all nice and filled in. So today we're going to do Elaine's house, which is it's a weird shape. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this. We'll see what happens. And then we're also going to do, oh yeah, I did add a cannon in the top of that room. I thought it was funny. Yeah, so we're going to do Cassian's house, which is this one. I'm thinking like a rustic lounge, and then obviously his bedroom and bathroom. And then I did do something a bit sneaky over here. I added in this little building. That would be kind of cute as like a garden, I don't know, garden lake house, but it's actually a little secret library because what book was it? In A Court of Silver Flames, there's a creepy library, right? So I was like, okay, let's add in a really creepy little library. And yeah, it's really cute and in the garden. Okay, so let's hop straight into the speed build. My last video was just a speed build with some music. I don't know if you like that one or not, but I do quite like doing the voiceovers, which it does, explain a bit more what I'm actually doing. So first of all, let's hop into it. This is Cassian's and Asriel's house, which is kind of linked on the first level. And for Cassian, I wanted to do a red theme, like a rustic red theme, but not like modern style. I wanted it to be still in the fantasy realm. So we've got our lovely little couches there. They look great. I do switch things around quite a bit till I'm happy with. I found that, what is that? That kind of long table. I thought that looked really cool. Very rustic. Very lovely. I did wonder, what am I going to put in this section? Because we've already got the kitchen and the dining room table on the other side in Asriel's kind of little bit. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do like a lounge bar, which could look cute. Well, not cute. It's going to look very rustic and manly. Yeah, so I'm just going ahead and just trying to fill up the space. What else am I doing? Yeah, I'm just it's kind of hard doing a voiceover. I never know what to say. Like, what can I explain? It always does take me quite a while to find bits and pieces that I like. And I try to stick in one kind of color scheme. So we've got reds and browns in this room. So everything I'm trying to look for is going to stick to red and brown kind of items. And obviously kind of a rustic vibe is what I want. I do end up putting a plant in that corner just to make this look a bit more alive. And then I do stick another plant around the edge because in Asriel's house in part 2, I do end up putting a few plants in his kitchen area. So I thought I can link the two rooms with plants. The flooring is the same on both sides, but the wallpaper is different. This section here, I do make kind of a little desk area, and I switched around the desk because the other one was a bit too fancy and not rustic enough for my liking. So I really like that glass top one. I think that looks fancy. And then I'm just playing around with lights here. I'm not really sure what I wanted to put on there. And then I do end up putting a light back on there, I think, and then deleting those extra bookshelves. Yeah, there they go. Bye-bye. Maybe I keep that one. I don't know. I just want the room to look very manly, I suppose. Like, I don't actually have the pack which has, what is that, the horse ranch pack, which I think would have been very useful for this with all the kind of the rustic items. Yeah, but I don't have that, so I'm making do with all the custom content. So this build won't be up on the gallery unless you ask for it, just because it does have a lot of CC in it. But all my CC is from the CurseForge website, like everything is. So if you do see some items that you think, oh my god, that's amazing, let me know. Like, let me know what it is that you like, and I will try and link you to the person who made it on CurseForge website. Okay, this is the bar I'm making at the moment. I'm just thinking, I don't want it too like pristine looking. I do want it kind of just, they've just, you know, gathered a bunch of like alcohol and boxes and just threw it down, and yeah, that's their bar then. Obviously we need a rug, a little rug with red tones in to match with the couch. And then I do put up some lights, but I do change them later just because they look a bit like art deco and a bit too fancy, so I do change them later on. At the moment I'm playing with rugs, but I do kind of like the worn out effect, but it wasn't really lining up. If I had the tool mod, I could kind of get the rug the size I want, but I don't have that. I just have a lot of custom content. I really don't have that many mods at the moment. So whenever I do a desk, I always like to put like a little cup on it, like they're drinking tea and using the laptop or computer, just because I always have a cup in front of me when I'm doing something on the computer. I feel like we're almost finished with this room. I don't want to clutter it up too much, just because, I don't know, it's just getting a bit too much, and I wanted to keep it a little bit more simple in here. So we have the bar area, the loungy area, the sitting area in front of the fire, and then I do add in 1 or 2 more plants. Yeah, there we go. And then I think I do then add in, yeah, these little tiny lights, which I think do suit it a little bit more than those fancy ones. Yeah, we're literally almost done. I think this is the only sitting room indoors in all of the townhouses. No, I think Elaine gets a lot of sitting area. She gets way too many. Her house is way too big. Okay, so we're now into Cassian's bedroom, and I thought long and hard about this. Just like the placement, the stairs and the ladder it makes this room really weird. So I just thought, if we're gonna have a bed, we're gonna have to shove it into the corner and then try and decorate it. So you'll see me switching out the bed quite a bit, because I'm still trying to aim for that kind of rustic wood vibe, but also kind of fantasy. But yeah, it's I don't normally do rustic like houses, so trying to stick to rustic fantasy is a bit weird. I'm just trying to think, what would Cassian have? What would he have? I don't know. Yeah, also sorry if my voice is a bit like rustic itself, a rustic voice. Yeah, I think I still got a slight cold, but it'll be alright. Okay, so this is the little dressing room section. I do make the wood a bit dark to match the floor, and I do love those suitcases. I always pop them in everywhere. I think I've put them in quite a few builds now. I do go ahead and change the bed again, just because I really like that. They're like on building crate box thingies. I do love that one. That is custom content. If you like that, let me know. I'll find a link for it, because that's a great bed. I really like how the bed is untidy as well. So for his kind of decoration in this room, I really just try to think, like, what would Cassian have in his room? And I thought, you know, like a map. We can pretend this is a map of all the different courts, and he's like, I don't know, planning something. For these kind of wall pieces, taxidermy and swords and stuff, I do end up taking them down, just because Azrael on the other side has literally the same thing. I didn't want their rooms to be the same, so they do go later. What else do I do for here? I don't do too much. I do give him some like manly barrels, some lovely barrels of alcohol. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I am gonna move these now. I really try not to put plants in, but I end up putting so many plants in all the time. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to try and like do a house with no plants. I think that will be really, really hard. Like a super modern, luxurious, modern white and black stainless steel house with 0 plants in. That will be a very, very hard build for me to do and quite a challenge, but it could be very interesting. Right, so back to this one. I do add, oh, that candlestick I think is adorable. I do add that quite a bit. I think I add that in Elaine's as well, just kind of like a white version of it. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think like what could go in the ACOTAR world that's not too modern. So I do kind of put some little pouches down, a lot of books. Normally, like books are kind of old school fantasy, and also vases, like a lot of pots and vases. I just add everywhere because it's not modern. It's fine. Like cups, vases, books, plants. That's the vibe. Vibe for little old houses. Well, fantasy houses, fantasy townhouses even. Okay, so this area is kind of like his dressing room. It's kind of weird with the ladder behind, but it's a secret ladder. They fly in through the windows. They don't actually use that ladder in real life. I think they are the Sims characters I made for this. They are spellcasters, so they could just appear into that room and they won't actually need to use that ladder. So yeah, that'll be fine. If it doesn't work, I'm sure it does. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Right. So I don't know if I gave Cassian a laptop or anything up there. I think I just added this seating for fun, just to fill out the room a bit more. Obviously there's like a nice skull on there as well, because maybe that's one of his I don't know, someone he destroyed and that's their skull on the table. How lovely. I just think, what does a warrior need? He needs skulls and swords and alcohol, because the fighting's really hard and it gets to him. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, let's go to his bathroom. It's a very, very simple black and brown bathroom. I do change the tiling. It was a green, but I think I changed it to black. He's just got a black bath, black like his soul. No, he's not. He's not got black soul. He's a nice one. Yeah. Oh no, it's brown. I changed it to brown. Interesting. Okay, brown on the floor, black tiling around the edge, and then we've got black and brown for the rest of it. It's just a very simple bathroom. I'm not sure the shower will work properly. I didn't test that, just because I put some shampoo bottles in there on the floor, because you have shampoo bottles on the floor. I don't know if they can get in that and use it, so we'll see. We'll have to find that out later. Hopefully they can still go in and just ignore the shampoo on the floor. Anyway, this is just literally the most basic bathroom. Yeah, I'm just covered up the window with one of those weird curtains from the Wolfpack one. Werewolf pack. And then we're on to Elaine's house. So for Elaine, she doesn't really have much of a personality in the book. You don't really know too much about her, what she likes, what drives her, so we're making up her personality. She is going to be cottage-core lady, and she loves plants. And pink. I do end up changing all of this kind of like a pink and white theme, which is very cute. I think I did make a green and pink kind of fairy build recently as well, so I feel like this was getting quite close to that in terms of style. Yeah, Elaine ends up with a lot of like seating everywhere, just because this house is such a weird shape. I don't know what to do. I just put seats everywhere. Seats for you, seats for them, seats for everybody in this house. We could probably fit maybe like 20 Sims sitting down in this house. I don't know. There's too much. See, look at all this space. What am I going to do with that? Obviously, I could do a bathroom at the end. No, mate, don't put the bed there. Yeah, the bed goes there. 3rd floor bed. Yeah, nice. And then we're back downstairs again. and we're just literally going to play around with all the counters. So I do end up doing the little two like kind of corner pieces together from that, what is it, the country living, it's not country living pack, the one with the chickens and rabbits. I use their counters because they look nice and cottage-core. And then what else do? I don't really do too much to this room. I just put a few more plants around the edge, and then I throw in quite a few little tables and bits and pieces just to literally, you know, give this kind of life. Because when I'm building a room, I'm just literally thinking like, what would I have here and what would make this look lived in? Like, it's all in the details. So I just kind of go through. If I find bits and pieces I like, I pop them down. Sometimes I just kind of place them randomly into the room and I'm like, I'll come back to that later, but it might look good in that room for now. So this little tiny room I'm doing at the moment, I do make that into, I don't know, like a tiny baby sitting room. In my head, I envisioned, what's one of those little glass houses that you kind of build onto your house? It's not a greenhouse, but like, I can't remember what it's called. Oh, my dad had one. Oh God, what is that called? Like, you have a little tiny extra glass housey window room that you build on. Oh, conservatory, right? Yeah, that's what I imagine this to be. It's not got enough windows to be a conservatory, but that's the general idea behind this little room. Yeah, a little cute kind of grandma-esque place. Also, I don't like curtains in The Sims. I can never find the right size. They're all weird. Nothing fits. It's really annoying. Who else finds putting curtains up annoying? I think I've mentioned this before. Just curtains are not it. It's so annoying to use. Right, I think this one's kind of done. I do put a few more wall bits and pieces on there later. There's a little bookshelf, and I do add in that sewing box kit thing. Yeah, there you go. So when I did play test this later on, Elaine went straight for that. So maybe her thing isn't gardening, it's like cross stitch. Maybe I should just put more cross stitch everywhere. I could do that later next time. Right, okay, so I'm putting a little table here just because that gap was really weird, and I was like thinking, if that was like in my house, what would I put there? And I'd be like, yeah, an extra table for like, I don't know, random cooking stuff. Okay, here's her bathroom. It's really, really not anything fancy at all. Just a basic bathroom with some plants. Yeah, just literally. And then I'm just placing down some other bits and pieces. Like I said, if I find something, I just throw it in a room and then I'll leave it and then I'll go back to what I was doing before. So obviously I was like, these rugs look cool, I'll just throw them in here. But now I'm getting distracted and I'm trying to do the bedroom, even though I was working on the bathroom. I don't know. How do you build? Do you stick to one room and make sure it's finished and then move on to the other one? I kind of go around. Like, if I just find something, I'll then place it and then I'll be on that room. But then I'll find something else and then start doing the other room. So now I'm back to the bloody kitchen, even though I was trying to do the bathroom and then a bedroom, and now I'm back downstairs to the kitchen. Okay, now I'm back to the bedroom. See, I'm just flying around to all different places. Is this a normal thing to do? Who knows? Maybe this is the best way to build. Just, I don't know, flying around everywhere. Right. What else are we doing in this room? Not too much. I did want to put some more like bookshelves or something in here. I suppose I could have done like some more dresses and stuff, like a wardrobe or something. But I kind of I did want books in there, I think. Okay, now we're back to the bathroom again. Finally. This curtain really annoyed me. It just wouldn't go. So I think I just made it smaller and just gave up. I was like, yeah, that whatever. Fine. Yeah. And then, yeah, I'm just filling in some little bits and pieces with some custom content. I don't want to give her too much makeup just because I thought that could be quite, modern to have a lot of makeup around, and I didn't want this whole build to look too modern. That's why I didn't give them any like super laptops or TVs or modern radios or something. Or what? Oh my god, what do they even call it? A music box. It's not it. Oh, I don't have any music things in my house. I just play music on my phone. What is it called? I don't know. Music box? Radio? I don't know. Who knows? Stereo. There we go. They don't have any modern stereos, and neither do I. Clearly. Okay, so we're now back to Elaine's bedroom, and I am playing around with the books, which I do quite like. I think I do put a grandfather clock in the corner, which, I don't normally use too many grandfather clocks in my house. I always kind of forget about them, but I do like it in that corner in the end. So this is another sitting room, I think. Yeah, she just got like a sitting room on every floor. I don't know. Yeah, her house is way too big. Maybe she could have had like an activity room up there, but obviously I don't know what she likes. I could have just, I don't know, made it more planty, I suppose, like a planting room, and just, I don't know, made it all kind of open. I think that could have been cooler, actually. Like an upstairs plant room, but it's just another sitting room, and I'm trying to make it matchy on both sides. So we've got little tables that are the same, and tiny little armchairs that are the same. Oh yeah, there's the grandfather clock, lovely. And more plants going in. If in doubt, put a plant. It just makes it look a bit more alive. That's my hot tip for you. Put in plants and paintings. And also cups. Always put a cup somewhere. It just makes it a look, that someone lives in a house. Also shoes. Always throw shoes down. Because, in reality, in your real life, you got shoes on the floor, right? So just throw some shoes. So this is Elaine's shoe chair. It's fantasy. She can try on shoes on with that chair if she wants to. Okay, so that's a little shoe chair area. And then this painting, because there's just two girls, I thought that could be Elaine and Nesta, and like Feyre is like left out. Like Elaine and Nesta, like, yeah, we're just gonna have us in this painting. Feyre's not allowed in it. She ruined our lives, going off into that forest all the time. Yeah, okay, so I think we're almost done for the bedroom. I'm just playing around with lights a little bit. Yeah, literally almost done. I don't do anything on the balconies. There's one at the top, which I should really put something out there, but I didn't, which maybe I'll go back in and do that. And then there's a balcony on this second floor as well, which I forget to do, but I do realize that, and I do end up doing that one later on just to finish off that section. Okay, so that was Elaine's second story room. I'm back in the kitchen now, trying to fill it out. Now we're back into Elaine's second story room, and I just thought, what the hell am I going to put in here? She's already got two kind of sitting rooms, and I just thought, you know what? Her downstairs dining area is tiny, so let's add in another dining area, but make it kind of cute and cushiony, like a floor sitting dining situation with like a wall full of photos, little planty photos in pink and gold and green. And I do actually end up liking this kind of sitting area, just because like if I imagined being there myself, that'd be such a cool little place to chill out. Like imagine grabbing a book or your laptop and just like sitting there. That's a really nice vibe. And there's a lot of windows and things you can look out of. I do kind of wish I used a glass door for that room, just because it goes onto the balcony. A lot more sunlight could have gone in there. Maybe I will change that if I do play with this household. Normally I don't play with households. I just make a bloody massive house. move some Sims in, and then I'm like, all right, I'll play with you for like one day, and then I won't play with them again. I'll just be like, wow, that's such a nice house. Okay, bye. Have fun. Well, that's why I have been trying to do some CC free builds and putting them on the gallery just so other people can play with them and enjoy them, because it's such a waste like spending hours making this and then never playing with it. Well, I do hope you like the CC free ones. I'm gonna make another tiny little tiny house soon, little modern tiny house. No, maybe a cute tiny house. Maybe it'll be a speed build as well, and then that'll be CC free and up on the gallery. So I might make that maybe this weekend or next week. And then what else I got planned? Oh yes, I was going to do the 4th wing college, war college. I'm not going to attempt to say the name of that because I don't know. It begins with B and it's just got a lot of letters in and it's weird. But I'm gonna do that war college. I don't think I'll decorate the inside, but I'll build the outside and it'll be beautiful. And that'll probably be a speed build, probably like a 10-hour speed build. I don't know, that wall college looks massive. In the book, there is kind of like a diagram, a layout of the wall college, and it looks massive. So I don't know how long that'll take me. At least 4 or 5 hours, and if I speed it up, it'll probably be like 2 hours. So that will probably be on next week if you want to keep your eyes peeled for that one. Okay, back to the build. We're almost finished with Elaine's, I don't know, lounge, upstairs lounge area. I do delete that seat just because there's a ladder there, and I'm not sure how functional that ladder and door would be if there's like a load of seating there. So I just moved things around a bit more just to make sure the sim can actually get upstairs and also use the bathroom, because she's only got 1 bathroom in this house. Same with these little downstairs seat, and I'm just kind of making sure that, you know, they've got space to go around the edge. And I do add a little bin in there because I just remembered it. I always forget the bloody bin. And then because of the burglar update, fun, I do then add in a lot of alarms everywhere. I try and just add them on the outside of the houses, like under bushes, under things. I don't want to see the alarm, but I want it to be there, you know? I feel like in one of the old games, I used to stick the alarm on the outside and then the burglar can never come. Okay, well, anyway, there we go. It is almost finished. I just went on the outside and I'm adding in a little bit more fencing over here, because when my Sims are in a house, my plan is I'm going to lock them in. I'm just going to delete the gates and hopefully no burglar will be able to even enter the property. And now I'm just adding some lights around in the garden just to give it a bit more light at night. Just in case, you know, maybe the welcome wagon try to sneak in. I want to be able to see him. Right. So, oh yeah, I'm just adding a little bit more windows around the outside because that did annoy me. And there we go. There is lovely Cassian in his upstairs gym. He did this himself. I did not tell him to do that. He went straight to the gym and started working out. And he should have more fitness than that. That's pathetic. Come on, mate. You can do better than that. You're not going to be any help in any army, are you? That's pathetic. All right, let's see. So Azrael, I did make him go down here because I wanted to test if the ladder and the door and everything was accessible. It was. And there he is. Apparently he's a chess master and he loves it, which makes sense for him. Yeah. And then we got Nesta. I did also make her do this. I was like, Nesta, you go upstairs and practice your alcoholic skills. Lovely. There she is, just tending the bar alone and practicing making her lovely drinks that'll keep her knocked out for days. Lovely. Wow, she does look like that would be Nesta from the book. She just looks really mean. That's spiteful looking, isn't she? Right, and Elaine, I did not tell her to do this. When I went to go find her, she was just sitting there on the couch doing nothing. Just staring into space. Well, the music is on, but apart from that, she's just doing that. Right, anyway, if you made it to the end of this lovely video, thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave a comment or a like, that'd be great. And if you want to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. So thanks so much for watching part 3 of the ACOTAR Townhouse Build. Bye!